If you're married.
This is good.
So if you're married, I know a lot of the voices, a lot of the ears that hear us and listen to us are married, but you have to agree before you decide. The Bible talks about there is so much power in unity. And one of the greatest practice areas, one of the greatest anvils for this life lesson, this life template, is in our marriage. And so I have an individual in my life right now that I spend time with in coaching, and he makes well over $1 million a year, has been doing that for years. He does well for himself, but he's also realized that there's been a cost that he's had to pay in his marriage. There's been a price that he's had to pay in the relationship with his younger children. And so he's at a place he has an urge just to completely walk away. Completely walk away, focus on his family. He's got plenty of cash to do what he wants to do, at least for a while. And he could easily be hired somewhere else, in my opinion. Yet at the same time, because he's married, he doesn't have the power of agreement yet. You've got to go and have that dialogue with his wife and make the decision together.
Yeah.
So staying there may be the best thing for them, but he can't just follow an urge.
Sure.
Or if choosing to leave the organization to do and focus on what he says he thinks he wants to do, and then find a new landing location somewhere else, that's all is good and well. But you don't have power until you have unity, and that comes with agreement. So especially if you're married, you have to have the dialogue in order to get the unity.
It's good. It's good. So, and it's not and I want to just add an asterisk to this. This is not going to your wife for her to make the decision. This is
Please don't do that.
Yeah, please don't be the type of guy that says, I got to check with my wife. This is a matter of, it's worse. If you've ever been in a sales profession and you get to the end of the line, you had a great dialogue with a customer, and they say, I just got to check with my wife. Well, when you get your wallet and your testicles back from her, let's make a decision together as men. But it's not saying that. Josh is not saying that. He's saying that if your decisions are going to affect the overall direction of the family in regards to taking margin or adding margin, I think that's the biggest thing. We're talking about pressure, tension, being overcommitted, letting your yes mean yes, and your purpose decisions being, first and foremost. You need to have that conversation with her. And you need to have the conversation from a leadership capacity. Like, this is what I'm thinking. This is the direction I think I should go in. But obviously, I need to consider you because you are my other half.
Yeah. None of us have the freedom of living life on an island. No one lives in a vacuum. Every decision we make affects people, and typically our home life first. And so if you have any ounce of wisdom, you'll understand that having the conversation with your spouse and having it first is most important. And the power of agreement, the power of unity, really puts the hand of God on the decision, whichever direction you choose to go in.
It's good. It's good. Not another thing. Men, if you're listening to this conversation, you are pressured, overwhelmed, overcommitted. You need to go back. You need to quickly review. Do I have a vision for my life? Am I operating from core values? Have I ran my decisions, my thought process through a counsel? Are you getting some counsel? And are you running the overall direction of your life by your wife?